Good morning, guys. We're at the 4-bin diesel facilities. We're going to be doing a water pump today. Let's rock and roll. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is, so I can give me a little bit more room, I'm going to take off the turbo intake elbow, the alternator. So I'm going to obviously have to disconnect the batteries, and that way I can give myself a little more room there. So let's get started. One-handed operation here. This is where a couple years of experience will come in handy. We have that steady hand to use that screwdriver in such a manner to where look at that smoothness. Okay. Oh, smoothness. Where you going, little buddy? Come on back here. There we go. I have to put you down. We got the elbow off. You can't see it, but there's a tube that goes back there. And there's a hose right here. That's the clamp for it. So that big hose there. And it goes out to the rad. Question is, do I need to take off the alternator? Because then we got the bolts back here for the actual housing. After much thought, this sucker's coming off. Okay, it took me honestly about 3 minutes to take that cover off, when it should have taken about 15 seconds. Only to find out this isn't the battery box. This is the battery box. Okay, all right then. Okay, so what? Oh, that's weird. This one's got the negatives on the front. Okay. What you want to do is just disconnect all of your negatives. That way you ain't got to worry about nothing. Don't forget, if you're an owner-operator, if you've got auxiliary power to anything, like if you've got one of those air solenoids for like a belly dump, or if you've got a refrigerator, or whatever auxiliary power you may be using, don't forget to make mental note of that, so that you don't forget to put it back later and wonder why your stuff ain't working. All right, good deal. Now we got all the room. No way around it, boys. We only got 5-gallon buckets. took some time to soak the briquettes for lunch. So I'm gonna leave those soaking in there while we're partying over here. I skipped through the line taking apart. I just got that one hose to take off and that big hose at the bottom. Everything was pretty straightforward. I mean, just twist it with some pliers and pull and go. So I took all the bolts off from the back that were holding the pump, and it looks like I'm having some clearance issues here because of the fill tube. So taking the fill tube off, and that should pop right out. There we go. Now we have loads of room. Morning. We're at the Fort Bend Diesel facilities. It's your boy Jonathan and Mark.
Yep.
And I'm sorry you're a little late to the party. We've been rock and rolling here for a little bit now, but it's all right. You didn't miss anything. We're here cleaning the water pump mating surface now. So we'll bring you back when we got that water pump ready to bolt on. While we got it out, let me show you what we're working with. So this was the part that was on the side of the water pump. This one here, and it's supposed to have 4 bolts, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. One of these top ones was missing, so I got to see if it's broken, if it's sheared off there, or if it was just missing. We got to get this side all cleaned up on this part here. This is the new water pump. Where's the old one? Yeah, I can show you on the old one. Here it is. This is the old water pump. So the old water pump had, so it went in like that. Went in like that. And this is the side that had that other part that I just showed you. And this side's pointing down towards the oil cooler. So when you're taking it off, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got 5 bolts holding it on. Now those 5 bolts that are holding it on are all pretty much accessible. That's why I didn't get any of that taking it off, because you can pretty much see those 5 bolts coming in from the other side. This is the C-pole. That's where the water was coming out through, so that's why we knew we had a bad water pump. You got water coming out through here, it's a bad water pump. That's what that hole's for. That hole right there. Unfortunately, that hole is when it's mounted, it faces towards the block, so you can't see it unless you get under it and you kind of get a really good flashlight and point right at it. Well, like I said, we got Marky Moo taking care of the prep and cleanup over here, and we'll stab it in here. Make sure you get these O-rings replaced on the oil cooler. And you want to make sure you get this ring real clean and the oil cooler real clean. And then there's a tube, well, that the oil cooler outlet where it goes into the pump. It'll have a hose underneath, so I didn't disconnect it. I just left it in there. We'll clean that gasket mating surface up, and we'll clean it up inside of here, and we'll just stab that back in. All right, we're stabbing it in. What we did is we got 2 bolts up here to kind of let us guide it in. We got it in the right orientation, we believe.
It's not yet.
Well, you're getting it pretty close. Let's rock and roll.
I'm gonna need you to hold the bolts in place while I try to snug it in.
Matter of fact, I'll pull them out for you a little bit.
Get going, get. Yeah, slowly. But
What you want to do is get the gear in there first, and then worry about the orientation. I think you got it right on the money anyways.
Hold on, it's not in all the way. There you go. All right. There.
Push it in a little more from the bottom.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Ooh, got a message. Slide it this way, like turn it this way or that way. Which way is it? Can you see?
It's actually this way. There.
Can we get the other one started? You can't see anything anyways. I'll bring you back when I got it in.
Alright, we got the electric ratchet here. And it's always good etiquette to do it first by hand, so that way you don't strip anything with the power tools. So you want to start it off by hand, make sure it threads a couple. And then after you know that it's like in nice and solid, then you use the power tool. So let me just check to make sure everything's going in properly.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to start them with the wrench anyways. First two, right?
That's what I was telling them.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Information is always shared among peers.
Nice. I got you, son.
It's a 14. Alright, now we got an adapter. Dual. I put it on 2.
I think that's about good.
2?
I think that's about good. Everything's pretty much close. We should probably put in the rest of them.
Might as well tighten this last one.
Oh!
Oh no! Make sure to put your bolts in a safe place, because if not, they drop in oil and antifreeze.
Oil and antifreeze. Gotta get into that comfortable zone.
It's freaking hot.
It is getting a little hot.
Texas weather is amazing.
Well, see, when you're not under the umbrella, it's a little hot, see?
Oh, shit. Oh, wrong direction.
You were swimming in the wrong direction. Mm-hmm.
Get. Go on, get. Now a little quick run pass to make sure they're all nice and tight. Just nice. 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 Uh-huh. One more and we're whoa. Alright. All nice and tight.
Good deal.
Okay, now.
More cleaning action over here. Now that you got your plate all clean, it's time to put it on your new pump. I like to put anaerobic on it for 2 reasons. It helps it slide and it helps it seal. Let me go get a rubber hand. Ooh. Get in there. Come on. Okay, let me figure this out, and then I'll show you how somebody that knows what they're doing would do. Gonna try to kind of work it in with the bolts. Have the bolts help us out a little bit. See if that'll work. That's as far as they'll go with the bolts. So they got it started at the very least. Oh, so that's how they're gonna be, huh? Just gonna be those type of people. Yeah, sure are. Sure are gonna be that type of. All right, let me keep figuring it out, and I'll bring you right back. Once again for the second time.
This time with girthy washers.
Oh. Ah. Looked like I saw a washer on before somewhere. Found you. All right. Once again for the third time. Still counts as the same time. Still counts as the third time. Hey. Okay. Make it back.
That's exactly how you do it. You make weird noises in somehow in some way.
Done.
Yeah. Ooh.
All right, now you got your basin. Now, if you were smart, you fast forwarded a little bit to where I figured it out. Now we're gonna get our plate out and stick it in. Okay, let me figure this out. I'll be right back. Hold one in like that. Now I think it's time to put that tube in here and put the oil cooler thing on there. And you gotta get this little guy to fit in there. Oh, you know what? I think this is gonna be in our way. I think this has to be in there, because if not, I won't be able to get it in. So, let's put it just about there.
Let me see if I can hold it.
What the heck's this? Feels like it's freaking. Ow.
All right, you wanna? I think I'm gonna involve the viewers with some help here. There you go.
Okay. All right. Now we can put these on. FYI, just I'm not gonna lie. I know this isn't thorough enough for a tutorial, so I wouldn't consider it a tutorial. I consider it more bringing you along. I would love to do really in-depth tutorials, but I mean, we're in and out, and our deadlines are pretty short, so we can't just take our time with it. But I'll bring you along. So, something.
I have to turn this so I can find. Oh shit! I popped it out.
It came out.
Yeah, and it took a little bit of my. Oh no, never mind. I thought that was my skin. I was about to say. Wait. All right, hold on. Is it going in?
Nah, you done messed up, G.
Alright, we'll be right back after. Alright, I magically figured out how to put it all back by myself. No, I didn't. He had to help me.
Nah, little bro's a beast.
Yeah, fuck no. Alrighty then. Yep. God damn it. Go on, get. There. That saved me a lot of ratcheting time.
It's as good as it gets, son. But I mean, it's a bolt underneath.
Being tightened.
Being tightened.
Really tight space. Damn, it does not want to go in. It's a 14, yeah. There's a groove on it that doesn't allow you to put it all the way in, so you just
Put a socket on it?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Ah, okay.
That's as good as it's gonna get.
This is good. All right, we got Mr. Wrench here, ready for action. One, two, three. Oh, we going for a fourth one? Oh, yeah, there's plenty of room for a fourth one. Oh, might be a little tiny bitty fifth. Yeah, right there. I felt that click. Now we just need that hose. All right, so if you think we done messed up and you think we didn't think things through and you're like, you put that on and you didn't put that hose, you're right, I didn't. But look at where I'm at. Look at where I'm. You know, is there anything you can say to make it to where that hose is on there already? No, there isn't. So I'm about to go ride to O'Reilly's, get a hose, and stuff it in there. I mean, you better believe I'm gonna stuff it in there. So, let's take a trip to O'Reilly's. On a quest that requires the best. We gotta get a hose. Almost there. Right here, Davis Bros, Car Quest. Yeah. It's party time.
Alright, so we put everything back together. That's the intake for the turbo, all the hoses, the wires for this, and tightening some clamps, and then this. This, however, the gasket that came with it was too small, and we didn't figure that out for two reasons. One, the first time we thought that we just put it in wrong, so we made one exactly the same size, which is, this is the original one, and then here's the replacement for this original one. But once we were installing this one, we noticed that this one was too short, and this is the one that it came with, and this is basically just cardboard and what is this, a silicone? I was gonna say gasket maker.
Well, right.
You know, basically. So I guess the past mechanics also noticed that the kit's gasket was too small, so they made their own, and that's what we ended up doing. We made our own gasket by using the old water pump and outlining it, and so far it's holding up, and now we're filling it back up with antifreeze. It seems to be done. Any words of encouragement for our viewers?
This party's over. Catch you next time. Peace.